Okay, get things all set up here. Roaring, ready to go. Now here comes the part you're going to hear a little bit of an echo for just a couple minutes until I get this shared to a few pages. Here comes the part you're going to hear a little bit of an echo. Share it to the Harrisville Haunted House. Just a couple minutes until... Yeah, that'll be coming up soon, or at least it feels like it will be. Chiller chat, of course. And we'll share it to Jack Shadow's page. That'll be coming up soon, or at least it feels like it will be. All right, last but not least, we'll share it to the Chiller Night Facebook group page. And we'll share it to Jack Shadow's page. All right, now let me get that echo out of here. Get it out of here. All right, there we go. All right, now get the chat turned on because, as you know, this will be live. And you can interact with myself and tonight's guest. All right, I'll write the first chat of the night. I think I will. Good evening. All right, there we go. All right, my guest tonight was going to be George Garanci, and he's going to be talking about his online show, The Ghoul World Order, and that'll be coming up pretty quick, starting at 8 o'clock. So, again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, shout outs, whatever, do so here on the chat. We're on Facebook and we are on YouTube on the Chiller Night Theater pages. Cassandra says, hi everybody. Hi Cassandra. Brian Ivers, hello everyone. Hi Brian. David says, good evening. There we go. We are all set. Look at that. Roger says hello. Hey Roger, thanks for joining us. Making some pretty good time here. I'm like a minute early now. All right, at 8 o'clock we'll start the show. So, get everything pulled up. Dale says hi. Hey Dale, thanks for joining us. And hey, it is 8 o'clock. Time to begin. Hey everybody, this is Brian Hogue. Welcome to Chiller Chat. Yes, once again, we will be on here. We'll be talking live with George Garanci. He's going to be talking about his online program, The Ghoul World Order. And he's going to be on here in just a minute. I wanted to just make a few little announcements. Of course, please check out Chiller Night Theater. Jack Shadow, the host of Chiller Night Theater, and his lovely assistants, Aura the Witch and Elvon Knock the Vampire. So check it out every 9 p.m. Saturday night on Stream TV. And hey, I gotta bring this up. The Chiller Night pre-show every Saturday night from 8 p.m. until a few minutes shy of 9 p.m. It's an online program that's on the Chiller Night Theater Facebook page and the Chiller Night Theater YouTube channel. So check that out. And without any, David says, "Who's drinking what? Brandy for me? I've got my water for now, David." So, but David's got his brandy. All right. All right. So here we go. I'm going to give George a call here, get him on the line so we can chat. We can chiller chat. All right.
Hello?
Hey, George, it's Brian. Welcome to Chiller Chat.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. How you doing tonight?
Oh, pretty good. Just watching here. A little bit of a delay. It froze up on me a little bit.
Yes, there is a
That's
delay. It's probably about a good, probably 7-8 second delay. Yeah.
yeah. It's good to be on here. Ready to talk all about what I do.
Yeah. Speaking of what you do, the Ghoul World Order. There I go, tripping
It's
over
a
my
tongue
tongue
twister.
again. My tongue just wants to leap out through my lips. All right,
You're not
so
alone. Tom Savini said the same thing.
well, you want to tell our viewers, just sum it up. What is the Ghoul World Order?
Well, let me put it to you this way. We're kind of the Wayne's World of horror, so to speak. I mean, literally, we film it down in my basement. Like Wayne's World. We dress as zombies and we discuss horror. We discuss, a lot of like old movies, VHS. We have a thing about VHS on Gold World Order. That's sort of a double meaning right there when it comes to, resurrecting the dead, because it's kind of a, dead format. So yeah, I play the lead zombie, Buzz Killer. He's the one with the scab, you'll notice. And I also play Diabolos, the vampire. He's he's the villain. He's definitely the villain of the show. He's kind of a jerk, really. He shows up and he just has sort of an ego problem, so to speak. But he's always tormenting the zombies, and he and Buzzkiller, they really hate each other's guts. But we also have gone to Gross Fest. We've been to Living Dead Weekend a couple times. We don't just do it down in the basement. We go pretty much where there's a convention, even Horror Realm we went to. We're gonna be there to try to cover it.
Yeah, I remember seeing you guys at. I saw you at Gross Fest, not last year, of course, but the year before.
Yes, that was 2019. That was there. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that was a fun event too, though. Living Dead Weekend. That's another big thing we like to hit up there at the Monroeville Mall, up there at Evans City. We have them uploaded though on YouTube. You can find those. We have a playlist, Old World Order at the horror conventions. You can see Gross Fest and our 3 that we did at Living Dead Weekend there. And, well, for the most part, we're hoping. We heard Gross Fest is unfortunately canceled, though, this year.
I did see that. I read that news. It was either was it yesterday or the day before they made that announcement?
Yeah,
so that's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, there's just still issues going on in the world, COVID and all that. But well, we're going to try to have our table those set up for next year, though, for certain. I mean, we are really looking forward to it.
Well, we hope to be there as well. The Chiller Night Theater crew, and we hope to see you there.
That's the plan.
Now, okay, we say an online show. Now you're online. The Ghoul World Order. That's on Facebook and YouTube, correct?
Yes, in fact, I'll drop a link in the description for you. I can send a link to our YouTube channel as well as some of our episodes.
Okay.
We have I forget how many episodes we have now. We've been doing this since 2013. It took me a while trying to find people to do it, but finally I did. It almost seemed like I was going to be forever looking, but eventually I ended up meeting John Kiger and Talon Godin, and we've been zombified ever since. And of course, in my case, I'm also vampirized.
I'll put up that picture of the 3 of you. You say John Kiger. That's Boris. That's
Yep.
the one in the in the black T-shirt on the end there, and
yeah, he's the bigger one with the blonde hair. Yeah, and then Talon Godin is Edge. He's on the left hand side of Buzzkiller.
yeah.
He looks a little bit like Slash from Guns N' Roses. Of course, he also kind of looks a little bit like Penn Jillette when he shaves his beard. The magician.
You're right. Yeah.
But yeah, we've like I say, we've done this since 2013, and we're hoping we can eventually make a career out of it. Hopefully, we keep it up, and we'll sell merch.
Tim writes.
One of the things.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
One of the like some of the things we do, I will admit, we are kind of like, by comparison, I will admit we are sort of an R-rated show, so to speak. There is foul language, so you don't want the kids to be able to put this on.
Right.
I mean, we've discussed everything from like The Walking Dead. We discussed that. We discussed everything from vampires, zombies. We talked a little bit about a lot about Rob Zombie's films.
Okay.
Buzzkiller, I'll have you know, is a diehard Rob Zombie fan. Okay.
Okay.
And he's Buzzkiller in a way is sort of a caricature, if you will, of horror fans in general, including myself. He's in a way also a caricature of me, being the Rob Zombie fan that he is. But we discussed that. We did an episode also, I think the viewers may find amusing. It was called Suspiria in a Bottle. Now, the reason we called it Suspiria in a Bottle was actually inspired by an actual event. The first time I watched Suspiria, I was actually inebriated. I was drunk. I was in my living room, okay, watching it for the first time on TCM, and I'm just sitting there watching. I'm going to tell you something. All I saw were bright colors.
Okay.
That's all I saw. It was just colors. It was like psychedelic. So we did an episode, basically parroting something I actually did. Basically we try to watch it, but we're too drunk to, and we didn't really get the video put on.
Well, sometimes that's the only way to get through those movies,
But yeah, it's that was one of my favorite episodes there, and I'm going to tell you something. I did an effect in that episode where I got too drunk and threw up. Oh, pre-chewed saltine crackers and chocolate-covered chocolate caramel coffee cream. That's about as hard as saying Gold World Order.
Yeah.
It does not taste good.
Okay, so this was a practical effect. It wasn't a real life situation that you just made the best of.
No, it was just pre-chewed crackers and International Delight coffee cream. I don't think International Delight coffee cream wants me to be a poster boy.
Right, to endorse them in that way.
No, they don't want that, man.
That's funny.
But yeah, there's that, and it's we hopefully now we're planning sometime later this month and next to try to start filming for October. What we do, like when we started, it was we were just like like hit and miss, like every month, every other month, whenever we could. But it was starting to get kind of like rough trying to hurry up and edit something and get it up there. So we figured, why don't we try to film, throughout the summer with occasional like pre-season specials like Gross Fest, Living Dead Weekend, and the like.
Yeah.
So we can try to give us some time so we can get as much edited as possible, and then we can just go ahead and put up online, like beginning in October. So we basically made October our new month. I mean, even though The Walking Dead isn't going to be on, Gold World Order will be here every October. So for all the zombie fans, you will have your zombies.
Excellent. John writes, remember, don't call them zombies. They are the living impaired. There is a difference between ghouls and zombies. Okay, all right, John.
Well, I guess he's referring to the voodoo zombies compared to the Romero zombies.
Right.
Romero zombies didn't have a master. Funny thing is, we're kind of like, I always like to think of what we do. We're sort of like clowns in a way, because our faces are all painted up. We're making people laugh, playing goofy characters. I think we're the next step in, I guess you might call, clownery. I don't know.
Cadaver clowns.
Yeah, hey, it works. We also, something I've been trying to start experimenting with every February. I call it Vampire Awareness Month. You might have heard me mention that.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it's, what that is, it's sort of, it's actually based, it's from a childhood experience, actually. It was a sleepover at my cousin's place. It kind of became the Woodstock of sleepovers, and we got to watch The Lost Boys. That was way back in '91. So, I always remember that, and after, vampires synonymous with February when I was a kid. I figure I might as well capitalize on that. Plus, it's the anniversary of Dracula with Bela Lugosi, so that's I figure is a good plus.
Yeah, yeah. I heard you. When I first heard you say that during the pre-show, I thought that's what you were referring to, is because I just saw like a couple days prior to that somebody had said it was Dracula month or something like that because it was released back in 1931. On
that is true.
Valentine's
Yes, it did
Day.
release, and a lot of people are thinking of Dracula, but it was kind of inspired mostly based off of like that fun experience I had as a kid watching The Lost Boys for the first time. But anyway, yeah, we hopefully I've been uploading this year and last year just 3 short videos for Vampire Awareness Month. The first 2 years ago, it wasn't real elaborate. It was actually just stuff I just took on my phone, upload to Facebook, and I figured, you know what, I'm going to upload to YouTube also. I might as well put there, so I put all 3 of them up on Leap Year. You'll probably learn Diabolos insists there's now a new rule in effect that it cannot be pronounced Pennsylvania anymore. You have to say it with a Romanian accent. You have to say Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Okay.
Yeah, kind of like how Dracula says Transylvania. Have you ever heard Gary Oldman say that?
Yeah. Okay, viewers, remember that. So, let's see.
Don't make the undead Prince of Pennsylvania angry.
No. Tim writes, my friend George, GWO is the best.
Thank you, Tim.
Okay. And I see you got your link up there, so any of you, any of the viewers there on the chat can check that out. Let's see.
Yeah, I posted a couple, I think 4 videos, and the link to our channel as a whole, as well as our Facebook page. But are you there, sir?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought I lost you a moment. But yeah, that one link I posted, FearNet in retrospect, that's one of last October's episodes, and it actually it got a good number of hits. Actually, we did an episode back when FearNet was off the air, remembering FearNet, and remembering FearNet, that actually is to this day our most viewed video. It's like 2,000 views already, and it's just staying on top. So we figure, speaking of all the nostalgia and everything, I mean, I know we have Shudder and all that, but I think people may seem to miss FearNet. It was just it was just fun. When I saw it, I liked it. I was hooked. But we decided, let's do a follow-up on that FearNet in retrospect. So we did that, and I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but it's pretty funny. That's all I can say.
Well, you said earlier, like Wayne's World with zombies, basically, and I like that description. I think that gives you if you've never seen your show before, that kind of gives you a kind of a springboard into what it is, at least overall. But did you have any inspirations for your show before you made it?
Well, there were 2 inspirations. One was the It's Alive show, Professor MC Square.
Okay.
The other was on YouTube, Satanic Views with Damon Foster.
Okay.
And you kind of mix those 2 together, and it just made sense. That's what I want to do. Something where if I could just mix the 2 of those together, that's going to be, that I think would be a hit. And we've been doing it since 2013.
Wow. And how frequently do you come up with new episodes?
Planning the ideas?
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. Ideas kind of run through our heads just at random.
Mm-hmm.
We get ideas, we discuss it, and we can often have more than one idea. We may have 3 or 4 ideas just run through our heads what we want to do, and then as soon as possible, we get down in the basement, we get our makeup on, or in some cases, I might glue in the fangs first for when Diablo shows up, and we go from there. Just film it, get it going, and we've done we also have done some outdoor stuff too. We had a backyard wrestling match.
Mm-hmm.
We got into a big argument over whether or not professional wrestling was a thing of the past or if it was still going strong, and I'll tell you what, we were out like 2 hours filming the wrestling matches, trying to get the hits and the kicks, everything right. That was a blast. we had a fun time doing that.
I did see that one. That looked like it was a lot of fun making. Dark Dread
Oh yeah.
says, I just subscribed to Ghoul World Order on YouTube. Looking forward to checking out the show.
Oh,
All right,
thank
cool.
you.
Dark
Who says
Dread.
that?
Dark Dread.
Dr. A, thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate that. But so hopefully this week we may get some more stuff. We already have ideas. I have a tendency to really, well, I may give a few clues with like a still shot or something we take, but I always have a tendency to never really give away what we're going to do. The audience, they always seem like they don't know. Well, they don't. They don't know what they're going to walk into on Ghoul World Order. It's like, it's like, what on earth are they doing this time? What are those boys doing?
Well,
that's the thing that
go ahead.
Yeah, I often like to just keep a lot of like what we're doing, what's coming up in the next season, like a big surprise that they don't really know. They don't know what we're going to do, what we're going to get into, and it's just like it's just like it gives them a moment where it's like they're shocked, but they're also laughing, just with their antics.
Well, not only the Ghoul World Order, but you've had your character Buzzkiller in like I have this picture here, Steelman and Buzzkiller. I'll put that up right
yes,
now.
I was in the Steelman movie. That was we filmed Living Dead Weekend at the Monroeville Mall. I was up there. It was just me in front of the camera. We had a different cameraman at the time though, but I was up there filming the unveiling of the George Romero bust.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened? Steelman sees me and he says he has some use for me in the movie, and I'm not going to turn that down.
Right.
So I ended up getting a part in the movie, and eventually Boris John appears in it too. We went up there again in 2019. We filmed scenes in the Monroeville Mall, and I'm going to tell you something. I felt like I was transported back to the 70s. I mean, it's like, this is like being in Dawn of the Dead. I mean, it was like, who else has that privilege? I mean, that was amazing. I have to thank Mike for that. Steelman, he marked something off my bucket list. I appeared in the movie. I mean, that was great.
So you guys filmed that movie in the mall?
There were parts of it filmed.
Okay.
Parts of it were filmed on the August 22nd at the Oaks Theater in Oakmont.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have the red carpet premiere, and we're on the list. We're planning to attend it, and I'll tell you, I'm excited for that.
When is that? When is that?
August 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's that movie called?
Steelman.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So.
Pittsburgh's official superhero is going to save the city from a horde of zombies.
Ah, well, let's cross our fingers and wish him well, and hope he saves the burg from the dead. Let's see.
We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, can't go giving away too much.
Yeah. Well, other than Steelman, have you been in anything else? Any other independent movies or anything like that?
No, I've been offered a few roles, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely eager to do it. It's since Steelman, no, I haven't actually done any filming for any independent movies, but down the road, yes, I will be planning to do some more stuff.
Okay. Well, now I know Buzzkiller. I've watched some of your material, your content there, and I know he talks and everything. Did you get to play Buzzkiller specifically, or were you more of a
I'm credited as Buzzkiller, but
okay.
I don't actually speak.
I was just wondering if you had the personality of Buzzkiller.
Well, no, I kind of did the Walking Dead zombie snarl, the walker snarl. Wow, wow, wow. I mean,
okay.
I've been asked even, how do you make that noise? I don't know, I just do it. But yeah, it's sometimes I will tell you though, I do get a little harassed me doing Buzzkiller's voice. It can put a little bit of strain that, the way he talks, some people actually say he kind of sounds, well, he kind of reminds people a little bit of Beetlejuice.
Ah, now that you mention it, yeah, I'd say so. Cassandra says, I love Steelman. And
Awesome, Cassandra.
Dan writes, do you think The Walking Dead has outlasted its welcome? What do you think, George?
Uh, well, I mean, it was a roller coaster. It was up and down. I mean, they had good seasons. They had, its bad seasons. But I think it actually did pretty well. Actually, I mean, it stayed on that long. It was, despite having a few seasons that were kind of down, they still would keep coming back with a better season, get better writers and everything. It did. I think it did pretty well. I guess from what I understand, Fear the Walking Dead is going to remain on. Then there's going to be a bunch of spin-offs. We actually have an episode on that called Decade of the Dead. I don't know if I shared that there yet or not. Let me see. If I didn't share that in the link already, I can. I'll share a link to that. We basically discussed the popularity of the zombie phenomenon in the movie. Oh, I accidentally shared the Gross Fest link twice, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, it's a Decade of the Dead. We talked a little bit about it, and I don't think the Walking Dead really overstayed its time or anything. I think it pretty much spoke for the decade, because back in the 2000s, I noticed it seemed like it kind of began in like '09 when Zombieland came out, and then, well, like the title implies, it's the Decade of the Dead. The 2010s belonged, to the living dead, the zombies.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was a big decade for anything that doesn't have a pulse but moves,
Yeah. I saw, I started seeing that popping up, of course, in the, 80s and 90s, but it really seemed to hit, as far as I remember, when they did the remake of Dawn of the Dead back, what was that, '04 or something like that?
Yeah, it was '04, yeah.
And
they were making them back then.
But then, like you said, about in 2010 with The Walking Dead, wow. I mean, it really. The thing I liked about The Walking Dead, though, I'll say, is it had I guess the term Romero zombies. They had that shuffling and the walking.
Yeah, the running zombies. I guess I never actually saw. Believe it or not, I never actually saw 28 Days Later in its entirety.
Okay.
But that, I guess, was where they start. That's when they start running.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I don't know. I guess it was sort of like the 2000s was a slow burner, and then building up to the 2010s, and then it's just corpses are everywhere.
Yeah. I much prefer the slow moving zombies, at least because I guess that's, if you look at Night of the Living Dead, of course that's what you get for the most part. Yeah, I think the quickest one in there was, of course, Bill Heinzman, the first zombie you see. He's just got a little bit of a trot, you're a pretty ambitious zombie, but other than that, I think they did it right. It's like you said, it was kind of a roller coaster.
I noticed Dawn of the Dead, they were exceptionally slow. Like some of them were a little quick, but a lot of them they seemed kind of impaired. They really slow. They had to really gang up on you to get you, or else you could just run right past them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Dawn's my favorite of the original trilogy. I like the remake of Dawn, but I don't know. I guess it's maybe a little bit of bias because it's filmed in Monroeville. I mean, the zombies were all, in my opinion, I like them better in the original. They kind of had a personality, There's, the machete zombie, the helicopter zombie. They're famous for the way they either get killed or the way they dress. There's the nurse zombie, the Krishna zombie. That's the way they dress. It's almost like, I don't know, they sort of developed a character based on their attire or the way they get killed.
Right.
And Dawn, the remake of Dawn, they didn't seem to have that many zombies. Not to my memory, they were like that, where they just sort of stand out for some reason,
Right. Yeah. You can say helicopter zombie and machete zombie. You know exactly what, you got that vision, instantly in your head. I will say, we've got tons of comments on here, and I want to thank all the viewers for all your participation. And I can't get to them all, but
I have a tendency to really go on talking.
No, you're why we're here, and so I very much appreciate that. But I'm so happy to see all the participation that's going on. Paul, Tim, Cassandra, Dan, Gareth, let's see. Gareth says, hi, hope you are having a good day. Second time listener. Oh, thanks for joining us, Gareth. Appreciate that. All right. And then Gareth says, 28 days later, they're not zombies. It's kind of like, yeah, not your classic zombie, more of a epidemic, rabid.
It's more like people have a disease. They just appear like zombies. And they've been the inspiration for the fast-running zombies, really.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's, I think Garrett says it missed the Tom Savini character.
You mean in Land of the Dead?
That's what I'm looking for. I'm sorry, Gareth. I think I missed. Oh, the thing is in A28. I think I'm missing something here, Gareth. But yeah, yeah. I don't know. There's something a little bit more creepy about the slow moving zombie, in my opinion. They seem more dead, you know, which is what they are.
I know.
So.
And you see like a whole bunch of them like coming at you. It's like something looming over you. Like that scene in Dawn of the Dead when Peter shoots the biker off the motorcycle, one with the Tommy gun, and he's shooting blindly at all, and they just gang up on him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't know, like death coming to get you slowly.
Right. Right. Yeah, and it seems more like that than if you see them in a mad sprint coming at you. You know, that to me is not dead. That's somebody in pretty fit shape coming after me, but not a zombie. Let's see. David says, I was a zombie for a day in Day of the Dead. I got paid $1. Oh, is that right? That's cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which version? The original?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome. Let's see. Dan says, best movie was Zombie Strippers. All right. Well,
I saw that one. Robert Englund.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
I've not seen it, but I know which one you're talking about. I never got to it yet.
It's a unique one. You'll remember it.
It's a unique one. All right. We'll check it out sometime.
That's all I'll say. You'll remember it.
Let me put the picture back up here. Can you believe that I told you, and one thing I appreciate, George, right after last week's show, I said, you know, if anybody has any interest being on the show, get in touch with me. You got in touch with me right away, and we talked for like an hour or so. And one of the things I told you is how fast this goes. I mean, we're already at the nearing the very end of the show, so it's hard to believe, but that's what we're coming up on. So, well, I want to appreciate you being a guest on Chiller Chat tonight and talking about Ghoul World Order. I want to remind everybody once again, I'm going to put this back up here, but check out Ghoul World Order on Facebook, on their Facebook page, and on their YouTube channel. I really hope you get a chance to check them out and see what they're all about.
Thank you. And our links, they're in the thread here. You scroll up, we got a link to a couple episodes, and then we got the link to the entire channel. I accidentally dropped the link for Gross Fest twice. We also have the link for our Facebook page as well. So you'll be able to find it.
Excellent, excellent. Well, George, once you, you know, if you get involved in more projects and, well, even once you make some more shows and stuff, I'd like to have you back on Chiller Chat to talk about Ghoul World Order.
Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
All right. Well, thank you again for being on the show, and have a good night.
Get diseased and get bitten. That's sort of our tagline for the shows. For the zombies, it's get diseased, and for Diabolos, it's get bitten.
Makes sense.
You'll see that as you watch it. It appears at the end of the episodes.
All right. All right. Take care, George. Thanks.
You too. Good night.
Good night. All right. Thank you, everybody. There were so many, wow, there were so many comments there, and I appreciate your participation. And sorry I couldn't get to a lot of the comments there, but that was a really, really interesting episode. Hope you guys get a chance to check out Ghoul World Order. Once again, I'll throw that up here real quick. Facebook, YouTube, check it out. All right, folks, there you have it. Have a good night. Have a good chiller night. We'll see you next week.
many times do I have to tell you, just because something isn't good doesn't mean it's bad?
Oh, jeez.